For many people, being an influencer seems like a dream job. You get to make money and receive free products and vacations, all in exchange for talking about things you love and creating content online. However, as social media keeps growing and changing, it's becoming more difficult to handle the fame that it brings. From a YouTube influencer who went missing while trying to prove a point to an influencer whose disappearance and death remain a mystery to date. Join us as we look into these disturbing stories. Hello, and welcome back to Bizarre Cases. My name is Jerry, and today we'll be exploring the story of 4 influencers who vanished without a trace. But before we continue, if you haven't already, please do well to give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more. Now, let's get started. Our first cold missing person case is that of Kenny Veach. On November 10th, 2014, YouTuber and avid hiker Kenny Veach embarked on a short overnight trip in southern Nevada to locate an unusual cave he had once discovered during his previous hikes. The cave's entrance, which he described as shaped like a perfect capital M, had left him scared and intrigued at the same time. Kenny, known as Snakebit McGee, on YouTube with over 60,000 subscribers, shared his encounter in a comment on another YouTuber's video about Area 51. Encouraged by online users and conspiracy theorists, Kenny set off on a second trip armed with a 9mm handgun and a video camera, but sadly, he was unable to locate the bizarre cave's entrance. Undeterred by criticism, he attempted a third trip in early November, determined to find the location once and for all. However, he received warnings from a YouTube commenter who urged him not to go back there or enter the cave if found because he won't make it out. On November 14th, Kenny informed his family that he wouldn't be gone for long. However, he failed to return, leading his family to report him missing. Despite being an experienced outdoorsman and hiker, Kenny's disappearance remains one of YouTube's mysterious cases. Speculation online suggests various possibilities, from falling victim to an old mine shaft or the harsh desert elements of the Nevada desert. However, it is worth noting that Kenny was not a newbie to the Nevada desert. Kenny had always detailed his lifelong interest in exploring places that most people wouldn't dare visit on his YouTube page. When talking about the M-shaped cave, Kenny noted that it was more peculiar than anything he had ever encountered on his other hikes. Sadly, Kenny's mobile phone was the only item recovered by rescue volunteers near an abandoned mine shaft. 12 days after he went missing, search and rescue volunteers tracked him as far as possible, but the trail went cold. A woman claiming to be Kenny's girlfriend posted on YouTube, suggesting he battled depression for years, refused medication, and even quit his job before disappearing. She speculated that he might have taken his own life, intentionally leaving his cell phone near the mine shaft. She also stated that Kenny had left his recording camera at home since he didn't intend to take any videos. Kenny's body has not been recovered, and the case remains unsolved. However, there have been many conspiracy theories surrounding this case since the location was in Nevada, with some suggesting the cave was an entrance to a secret government facility and Kenny was apprehended for witnessing something he shouldn't have, while others propose he witnessed a crime in the desert and was killed for it. Many, however, believe he succumbed to the elements, had an accident, or was bitten by a venomous snake. Others argue that Kenny's disappearance is the result of a long battle with mental illness, as suggested by the woman claiming to be his ex-girlfriend in YouTube comments. Ein Helen. Ein Helen, a 31-year-old OnlyFans model and Instagram content creator from Sweden, has become the subject of speculation and conspiracy theories surrounding her mysterious disappearance. Known for her hourglass figure and huge Instagram following of 1.3 million, Eins, who describes herself as a law student and entrepreneur, was last heard from on August 1st, 2023. Her final Instagram post, dated August 1st, featured 4 versions of the painting titled Memory by artist René Magritte. Notably, the painting depicts a statue with blood near its right eye. Eins's absence was officially reported on August 25th, 2023, leading to her inclusion on the Missing People Sweden website. Eins's official website indicates that her OnlyFans account has been compromised, so any messages from her account are not from Eins herself. Additionally, her Twitter account has also been deleted. A comment on her last Instagram post suggests that she was being stalked at the time of her disappearance. However, this remains unverified. On September 11th, a woman named Anessa posted tweets distancing herself from Eins, alleging that Eins was a serious liar. Anessa claimed that Eins had fabricated personal experiences and also stolen life stories from others. Ein was accused of feigning ovarian cancer after hearing someone else's story who was genuinely suffering from the illness. Other Twitter users claimed that Ein might be a catfish. Pointing to her Instagram account, they claim she extensively edits and uses filters to alter her photos. Some even accuse her of stealing photographs from other creators, often from non-English speaking accounts. Some even speculate that she is not a real person or is fleeing from the police. However, the truth remains elusive, and no one knows about Ein's disappearance. However, as of now, Ein Helen is officially missing. She is described as a 31-year-old woman with long brown hair, brown eyes, and a slim build. She stands between 5'5" and 5'7", and has a mole on the right side of her mouth. Ein went missing from Malmö, Sweden on August 25, 2023, and there's been no trace of her whereabouts ever since. If you have information about Ein Helen, please contact the Swedish authority. Swedish residents can contact the police on 11414, and those calling from abroad can call investigators on +4 6 7 7 1 1 4 1400. Pratima Mandal. TikTok influencer Pratima vanished after a performance in Delhi on January 2, 2020. That happened to be the last day her husband ever spoke to her. Following that, her phone was turned off and never came back on. Worried, her husband contacted the authorities when she didn't return from Delhi. Supposedly, on January 15th, she was scheduled for another show in a different location, but she never showed up. Unfortunately, that's all we know about the disappearance of Pratima Mandal. Pratima is still missing, and the events after her January 2nd show remain a mystery to date. It's even more challenging to come up with theories since there's very little available information about her since her disappearance. Alexis Sharkey. In 2020, a 26-year-old Instagram influencer, Alexis Sharkey, went missing after spending Thanksgiving with her friends in Houston. The next day, her family received news that she was nowhere to be found. No one had heard from her in over 24 hours, and her family and friends were getting worried. They got the police involved right away, but Alexis still wasn't found. It was like she had vanished without a trace. However, days later, a sanitation worker noticed something odd on the side of the road. It turned out to be Alexis' lifeless body, a heartbreaking discovery that dashed everyone's hopes of finding her alive. After months of anxious waiting, the police finally revealed that Alexis' cause of death was strangulation. Unfortunately, the person responsible for her death has not been caught yet. Alright guys, that wraps up our video for today. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up as always.